Hello, fellow traders. Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Monday, September the 26th. The year is 2022. Let's talk trading. Taking Profit, Part 2 with Walmal. As always, these videos for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine and from Walmal's. Walmal, you just took some profit.
I did take some profit, yeah. And I took profit probably a little bit differently than the way I normally do it, but not that different, I guess. You know, and I think we need to go and talk about what the market's doing today first, just to give a reason why I took the profit where I took it. But the market for today is, I've been up trading approximately for the last 3 hours, since about 6 a.m. New York time, and the market's been doing some really whacked out stuff. And in fact, I got a text message from you last night, Tiro, where you said that the market was all the way down like 1.03 or 1.04 or something like that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it went down to under 104.
Yeah, I mean, which is absolutely crazy. Historic lows. I think that the last time it was down, when I looked it up last night, the last time it got down to it's never gotten to parity. It got down to 1.275 or something like that back in like 1985. And you got to remember, the pound's been trading. People don't realize that. You know, we think FOREX, right? It's something new. Well, people don't realize, but the pound has been trading against the U.S. dollar since 1890. I looked it up last night. That's, you know, it's been a market that's been well established for, 130 years at this point in time. So that's a lot of history of where the market's been, and it's never ever gotten this low before. So we're even right now that the market's recovered, we're still a historic low area right now. Why it's there? I got my own opinions, but opinions, it's sort of like what they say, opinions, everybody's got one. And, it really doesn't matter what the opinion is, because I'm trading what I see. And I promised Kiro that I'm going to get to taking profit. And I made the decision that I was good, based on what I was seeing, that I was not going to go, and if I was going to trade today, I was going to trade basically on exactly what I'm seeing and what I was watching. And so what I was watching today was that the market would move in a particular direction, okay? It would have some type of explosion. It would explode, it would get to a point, and it would stop, and it would turn around and explode back in the other direction. And you may not be able to see that on a 1 hour candle or a 30-minute candle, because those candles are huge. I mean, we got a 30-minute candle out there that's over 400 pips. So you're not going to see those movements when we're trying to get only a few pips. So I made that decision what I was going to do. So I took profit, and I've been in 22 trades today so far, and I took profit every time I could. I'm up, I'm up 68.9 pips for the day. But, I took some losses in there like every other day. But what I was doing was, as soon as I saw profit, I was, if it even made an inkling that it was going to stop, I just got out. And that's how I was taking profit today, because I couldn't trust the market. I mean, the market wasn't running and doing what it normally does. It was, I was seeing sometimes, at one point in time, I saw the market, and this was an exaggeration point, but I saw the market actually move 40 or 50 pips in one tick. Shoot, that can wipe an account out if you're not careful, and so that's what I'm saying. As soon as I saw something, I got out, and I'll be honest with you, to a certain extent, I probably got a little bit lucky today, because I didn't have anything go horribly against me at any point, but it could have very easily. Take your profit, take it off.
Right. And the funny thing is, you talk about the M30 bars. I'm looking at that huge M1 bar that's about, 40 pips, almost 50 20, pips?
30, 40. Yeah, mine's 50 pips.
Yeah.
Mine's 51 pips. From high to low is 51 pips.
But
the body is...
Yeah, and that's a return bar. It looks like Price wants to get back to that open.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're only a couple pips from it. It wouldn't surprise me it gets there. it may struggle to get there, but it wouldn't surprise me, especially because if you go back to the candle prior to that, you got another return bar of, 20 something bips.
Yeah.
So there's two big draws.
But remember, that was the one that I think, wasn't I in that one? I said, oh, launch pad, and then I got out with about 10 pips, but I left 30 on the table.
Yep, you certainly were there. But that's, we can go and bash ourselves over the head. Look at all those pips we left on the table.
But
that's
no,
absolutely incredibly good.
But remember, we said those pips weren't on the table. They brought out a new tray of pips after we left that table.
That's exactly right, and I have to, from my own psychology, I have to go and look at it that I can't get mad about what I didn't go and get. The only thing I can get mad about is when I don't do what I'm supposed to do. And that's, if you don't go and look at trading that way, you're in for a miserable time, I'm telling you. Because there's always going to be something that you're going to leave out there. You're always going to leave something out on the table. You're always going to miss a trade. You could be sleeping. If I was only awake at that time, I could be a multimillionaire driving a brand new Lambo. Yeah, that's nice, but the reality is, when you were awake, did you do what you're supposed to do? Did you follow your rules? Did you, get out when you're supposed to get out? Did you take profit when you're supposed to take profit? Did you cut losses when you're supposed to cut losses? That's, when you get down to trading, that's the only thing that matters, because this is a race, and it reminds me it's a race, between the tortoise and the hare. And who wins that race in the long run?
Yeah.
It's the tortoise wins.
Yeah. I have to let the boys and girls and non-binary traders know something. If you look at this isn't the normal the sweet spots indicator isn't set the way we normally have it. Since I'm on this 1 minute chart, I've got it set every 4 pips as opposed to every 10 pips. Because if you look at the M1 range, it's well over 4. So you can take those trades, candle color at the line, the same way you do with the normal Walmal trades. And it looks like it wants to get down to that 41 whatever.
Yep, it's getting real close. I mean, you're within a pip or so, and and it's boom, gone.
Yep.
We say it all the time that it takes them out, and it does. It takes them out. It's just it's amazing, but it does it every time. It doesn't like leaving those things out there, just hanging out there. It's just like low hanging fruit. Now the question is, when does it go for it? That's the part of trading that's hard.
Right.
It's going to take it out. You just don't know when it's going to take it out. And that's the part, I've heard you, Tiro, say, I'm not in sync with the market today. In fact, you were saying that earlier today at one point. I think you're back on your game. But, the reality is, there are times when everything points to it has to go this direction. And guess what? It doesn't have to do that.
Yeah, I know.
Now, it probably will do that eventually, but the problem is you got to wait for that opportunity. And the way I look at things when I do things is I always look at it from the point of view of I know it's going to get there. And so I'll just take the chance. I'll take the chance. I'll take the trade. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, well, that's just, whatever. You take a loss. You give up as I say, you give up a couple cookies out of your cookie jar, and then you hand it over to the market. But the thing is, you look at all those pips that you could get, and eventually you'll. If you take all the trades and you're smart about it and you do it the right way, you'll get them. It's just a question of getting there. That's all.
Yeah, did you see how it just blinked? It went up like 4 or 5 pips and came right back down another 3.
Yep. And that's been today. That's what that's what it's been doing. But on the 6 o'clock hour, it wasn't doing that with 3 or 4. It was doing that with 10.
Yeah. So just so we know, we're just a couple pips below the previous day's low. So that means we're in the wick zone, and price doesn't like staying in the wick zone.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that there was much of a wick zone from Friday anyway, but there is one. It's just hard to see because these candles are so big.
Yeah. So there we are right here. Oh, so more on taking profit, since that is the video topic.
Yeah. So generally speaking, I don't look at everybody's different, and some people call me crazy, whatever. I don't look at taking profit in terms of pips. I look at it in terms of dollars.
Stacking your bricks.
Exactly. I'm not looking to go and get those 10, 20, 30 pippers. And I said that before, so I know I'm kind of reiterating some things here, but I think it's important to realize, that, or to understand where I'm coming from, and the folks that are out there trying to get 30, 40, 50 pips, okay, that's okay. That's your way of doing it. And as long as you go and build a sound mechanism around it, that's fine. You can go make money that way. There are a lot of people make a whole lot more money than I'll ever make, doing that, and that's okay. But just understand that those people who are doing that, what they're doing is they're going and building an entire system around it. They're building the rules about it based on what they have observed, what statistics have shown them, what history has shown them. And the ones that are making money are the ones who are disciplined. I think that D word, that big D word, is probably one of the most important words in trading. You got to go and figure out what's going on. And then once you do that, put your plan in place, put your rules in place, and then you got to follow your rules. You got to be disciplined enough to follow your rules. And that means taking profit when you're supposed to be taking profit. Don't be greedy. It would be nice. Friday, I think we had almost 600 pips. Think about it. Not Friday. Today we had almost 600 pips. Yeah, that would be nice. But if your rule says that you get out after 10 or 15 or 20 pips, you get out at 10, 15, 20, or 30 pips. You don't get out at 600. Unless you get real lucky and the market just goes zoom in your direction, okay? But, you follow your plan and you just follow it. And I think that's the key thing for taking profit. You follow your plan. Whatever your plan says to do, that's what you do.
Yeah, because right now, missed out on a launch pad trade. That would have been nice.
Yeah, I see that now. I was on the long chart.
Did you see what it just did?
Yep. What was that? That was like 2 ticks.
Yep.
Okay. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Your plan says, okay, I'm supposed to be picking up 3, 4, 5 pips, something like that. Get out. Because if you don't, you're now below where you actually went in.
Right.
Now you're underwater.
Exactly.
And what are you going to do with that? You could have gotten out, and some people say, well, you could have picked up 15 or 20 pips. Yeah, you could have, but that's not the way I trade. I'd rather go pick up my 2, 3, 4 pips, put it in the bank, walk away, be happy. And then when it does that, I can go say, wow, look at that movement, as opposed to, oh, shoot, I'm now down $1,000 or something like that.
Right. One thing I was looking at, if you look at the charts, these turn trades where at a high you get a green candle followed by a red and then take the next short, or you get a red candle followed by a green, then you take the next long. It looks like turn trades like this past 2 that set up would have definitely paid off big time.
Right. Exactly. I mean, and that's, if you think about it to a certain extent, that's really a flip-flop trade, but it's a specialized flip-flop trade because you're actually, on a true flip-flop trade, you can take it long or short, but by going and doing it as a turn trade, then what you're doing is you're just eliminating, some of the trades, and those trades that you eliminate, those are the ones that are usually a little bit more questionable to take.
Yeah.
You put it that way. More, there's a higher chance that you're not going to come out on top on that trade.
Yeah, well, the fastest 15 minutes in trading is over once again. So, fellow traders, be careful out there today. Take profit when you can. And remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.